Hi, my name is Marco, and it's a pleasure to have you here. I've designed this website to put a side of me that might be of interest to your organization. Boom. Second angle. Chances are that by landing on this page, then you're well aware of the cloud's value proposition, so we're off to a flying start. Now, the recent shift in global events has only amplified my conviction that cloud-based services are the way forward. For an industry on the rise, expected to double in just 2 years, organizations all over are scrambling for solutions architects to lead the technical vision to success. The world needs solutions architects, and that solution involves me. Okay, I make that 30 seconds. There we go. He sounds just like everybody else. Why should I believe anything coming out of his mouth? Then please allow me to explain. It was me all along. Naturally, there's going to be some gaps left in by this video in the paper form back here. But if you can afford me 2 to 3 minutes of your time, then I'll do the best I can in outlining the skills and the experience which I'm putting on offer to you and your team. So that's me, half English, half Spanish. Growing up in a bilingual household inside the humdrum suburbia of London, I was a young sponge in absorbing the languages I heard at home and around me. This rich exposure to languages caused me to reflect on my own faculties, bootstrapping an early awareness of how we perceive, remember, and engage with the world. I began paying close attention to systems of communication, fascinating me with its borders into IT, history, psychology, philosophy, cryptography, and so on and so on. But most of all, I found my calling in social interaction, pivoting me towards a future in education and instruction as a whole, offering Spanish tuition at home and work abroad, and seeking even broader challenges. I fundraised expeditions to far corners of the globe, taking my skills to Costa Rica, Nicaragua, Kenya, Tanzania. Ever determined, I loved jumping into the deep end as much as I could, in so much as strengthening ties, communicating effectively, and leaving a positive impact around me. Knowing this, my future was sealed. Here's where the story really kicks off, because leveraging the utility of language as a tool, especially English as the international standard for business, science and technology, I took to the University of Leeds in the UK for its prestigious humanities faculty. Here, I didn't learn to speak a new language, but to define its components and account for its structural relationships. Anyways, I developed an architectural perspective of something which humans use every day. And of course, I was at home here, drawing from experiences in radio, representing societies, writing stories, speaking publicly, meeting my heroes. All the while, technology never settled. It was channeling the organic nature of language into fresh models of statistical input. And this excited me. See, one half of me really loves languages, and the other half of me has an affinity for tech, getting hands-on with hardware, private networking, and software to make ends meet.
Please hire me.
So a few days after graduating, I hit the ground running and I started working remedial, sales, consultation positions pretty much all across London. And they were largely public-facing roles which have been recognised for my uplifting attitude and bringing the best out in others and, really going that extra mile to get things done. So ever determined to connect my new experiences and opportunities, I looked at a map. Okay, where next? There. So, age 22, I relocated to Abu Dhabi as a fresh hire for the Ministry of Education as an English teacher within a secondary school. As the only native English speaker, I found the first few months to be challenging beyond belief. This was my situation though. I wanted the experience, so I made the most of it by adjusting to the climate, by bringing tech into the work, and found creative solutions to accomplish my mission. I was thriving here, thanks to my rare combination of soft, technical, and creative skills. Soon enough, my academy promoted me to integrate the data-driven edtech solution, Aleph, into the workplace. And this was going pretty well, until... And believe me, this was a huge spanner in the works. With restrictions around teaching, we were forced to adopt more remote-based alternatives. Many colleagues left altogether and returned home. Not like it was much to miss anyway. I quickly saw the potential of integrating new technology again into the workplace to stay ahead of the curve. Experimenting with creative workarounds and upskilling my colleagues had me recognised for the impact in the community. Because if opportunity doesn't come knocking, you build a door first. Okay, jumping ahead to the present. There is no unifying thread when it comes to joining the workforce as a solutions architect, and that's kind of what I'm here to do. But it tends to draw in a crowd of articulate people who take real ownership in their work. For me, there's something so special about forming part of the human decision-making process around adopting new technologies and overseeing a solution from beginning all the way to end. Within just 3 months, I became a certified solutions architect through a training provider in London. It took some adjusting. I still make mistakes. I realized my mic isn't even on the whole time. But sitting at the intersection of business and people in tech has always been straightforward to me. I know what I know, and what I don't know I'm able to find out very quickly. What I hope to put across to you today is a sincerity and a flair which is impossible to put across just in paper. In my experience, I found it's best to shoot straight when talking to people. After all, this is my true nature, and it's best to feel comfortable now to avoid friction down the line. Because, and let's be honest, examining how the requirements of business information and technology intersect is a pretty thorny rabbit hole. I know that my style is a little unorthodox, but don't be mistaken by my casual demeanor, because I'm adaptable enough to become whatever you need me to be. When perhaps what an organization needs is a little unorthodoxy to have a new perspective on things. I may not have every IT qualification in the cloud yet, but that's largely because I've been upskilling myself in everything that's come to me naturally. I put myself to you as an asset who's quickly risen through the ranks and is now looking for a next step into the cloud.
But what I can promise to you without a doubt is someone who is
fiercely competitive, adventure-seeking, surprisingly plucky,
fascinated by technology,
always up for a challenge, self-sufficient and autonomous. I'm moved by learning to teach, as well as teaching to learn. I'm involved in people, as well as involved in technology. And I want to get involved with you.
It may sound like I've got my head in the clouds, but I truly believe that I can bring a real and positive impact to your organization from day one. I would love to join an organization that puts my autonomy and skills to use by paving the way for digital transformation, whatever I can get my hands on. And if you feel like I'm not right for you, that's fine. Thanks for your time. Still feel free to reach out because I appreciate the feedback. Though if you would like to know more, feel free to get in touch, look at my website, download my CV, or root around my LinkedIn. You know where to find me. Thank you very much for your time.